Hey folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Monday, December 7th, 2009. Well, as we get into the trading day today, we have a little bit of a micro move going on here in the markets, and I want to express that right away because it is purely based off Bernanke speaking right now as I give this video. Now, as soon as he started speaking, the dollar got smoked, and I want to show you the UUP chart, which is the dollar index. Take a look at this. So there's Bernanke beginning to speak right here at the 12:30 time frame, and look at the drop on the dollar. No sooner does he speak than the dollar falls, and this just continues to confirm that the Federal Reserve wants a weak dollar. Now, again, we all might say, well, this is the stupidest thing on earth because it's killing the average American's buying power. But again, they're looking at it from the bigger picture, which is down the line. They say, all right, well, we'll kill the buying power now, but we'll be able to pay off the debt, or this or that. And yeah, it's all printed money. But the point is, again, to bring back the manufacturing and then try to export lots of stuff, bring in more rev, etc., etc. So you understand what I'm saying. But the long story short, right now you're going to feel the pain of a weaker dollar. That is what's trying to be done here by the Federal Reserve, and it's obvious when Bernanke starts to speak and you see the dollar getting pounded like that. That's exactly what's going on. So just be aware of it, folks. But in any case, the dollar getting pounded as Bernanke starts to speak. In addition, what do we know about the markets? The markets start to get a bid as soon as the dollar falls. So you can see right here the markets, again, the SPY intraday right here, getting a nice firm bid. Where does it go? Right to this 111.50 level. That's where it stalls out. Now, the levels were given today in the intraday stock chat as well as on Friday night's Research Center video. By the way, the Hidden Gems was posted today for December. Again, a stellar play. Look for some good gains. Near term, probably 50%, and long term over the next couple of years, I'm guessing anywhere between 500% or more on the upside there over the next couple of years on that Hidden Gems play. All right, in any case, going back to the markets here overall, you can see initially we gapped just slightly down to the 200 moving average, hitting the 200. Nice bounce, reflux, right back up. You get above this white trend line. This white trend line at 111.05 is a very, very key one. I'll talk about that in a minute. We surge forward and higher right up to this 111.50 level. At that 111.50 level, notice how it's a thick orange trend line. That thick orange trend line denotes a major resistance area. Right up into that, that's your shorting opportunity. I took that. The chat room was given that. And again, I went over that in the Research Center video on Friday night for all our premium subscribers. Into that, that's your shorting opportunity. Look at the drop off of that. All the way from 111.50 or so, all the way back down to the key level I just mentioned a little while ago at 111. That 111 was called out as support. We hit that, which also happens to be the 50 moving average. Off of that bounce, you go all the way back, test that 111.50 again, back down to 111.5, back up, back down 111.5. It holds again. We surge on Bernanke speaking as the dollar collapses, and right up we go to the 111.50 again. So you're really staying in a tight channel today. Well, it's about 45 cents on the spiders, and the question has to be asked is, are we going to break one way or the other? Are we going to break out? Are we going to break down? Which way are we going to go here? And again, that's up for debate here, but a lot will be all about the dollar, and we continue to watch the dollar for any indication. The dollar fell beautifully here. In fact, you could make a case that you had a beautiful in spirit of bear flag on the UUP here. Let me show you that. You had this nice little down move, and I'll draw the lines in for you all to see, but you had this good little fall from the gap up in the dollar, and again, sideways up consolidation. That's a beautiful in spirit of bear flag pattern. What happens? It drops. So that's an in spirit of bear flag that tells you the drop's going to come, and sure enough, Bernanke comes to the rescue to push that dollar down as he's giving a speech right now. Now, again, off of this move, what we want to look for is, do we get more bullish or bearish consolidation here? It would be right now considered slightly bearish consolidation off of this, which could tell us later in the day maybe they'll be pushing that dollar down. We'll have to see how it ends up today. But in any case, you are seeing a little bit of that action going on in the dollar. Beautiful in spirit of bear flag there, plays out beautifully. Now, going back to the SPY, again, you're hovering below this orange trend line. If you clear this orange trend line, you're going to make a move all the way up to this slanted trend line right here. Now, there'll be another little micro area of resistance, which will be right here. See the low pivots right from these tails and the open from last week's or last Friday's open when we rallied all the way up and then pulled back. This right here should be a little bit of resistance on this line. That's right around 111.80, 111.75, right in that area. So if you get through 111.50, you're going to look for that area and this little slanted trend line coming up. If you get through that, you can look for this secondary level at 112. then obviously 112.15, and then ultimately the highs here at 112.35. On the downside, if you come back down, you're going to have a ton of support right down in this white trend line range, right around 111 to 111.05. Why? Because you also not only have the lows of the day right there, since really the open right here and here and here hitting it, but you also have the 200 moving average now. The 50 will start to slope up into that range, and you'll have those moving averages right in this range. If you get below those moving averages and make a new low here and come down, obviously the lows of the day would be key right there. Here's your low of the day at 110.90. After that, you're going to look for a move all the way down into double bottom Great Wall of China upper level at the 110.34-35 level. Those are your levels to watch on the intraday basis. All right, folks, keep them close eye on them. That is what we're seeing right now on the charts. Today continues to be all about the dollar, just like it has been for the last probably about 10 months now, at least, if not longer. And just keep a close eye on where this dollar goes. In addition, what you have to notice is today is definitely more of a pause day off of the volatility of Friday. Volume extremely light, folks. It is 1 o'clock here on the day, and we've only done 66 million. That is nothing, folks. All right, I don't even know if we'll get, today could be one of the lightest trading days of the year, as crazy as that sounds, coming off one of the heaviest trading days in the last couple months on Friday. Friday, we did almost 300 million. Today, we're more than halfway through the day, and you have only done 66 million. I mean, project that out, folks. We're looking at basically 120 million today in volume on the SPY compared to almost 300 million on Friday. And again, that's somewhat of the dollar issue. The dollar is much more consolidating, kind of just gently pulling back. You also have the fact that you have oftentimes a pause day after such a volatile move where the market needs a little bit of a breather. Think of it as you running a marathon, and after a marathon, you're generally going to want to take a little bit of a break before you run another marathon. Same thing with the markets. They ran that marathon on Friday and last Thursday with major volatility. Today, they're taking a little bit of a pause. So keep an eye on that, folks. These are the little things that you want to watch. Again, join the Research Center to get involved in all the key stuff. We project out across all time frames, all sectors, you name it. We'll talk about Goldman. We'll talk about JP Morgan. We'll talk about Exxon. We'll talk about technology like Apple. Apple, again, some key things going on with Apple today. Down $2.61. In addition, the chat room is always fantastic. Live play-by-play, market maker goes on there. You have a lot of different characters and a lot of different pro traders that are all about being on there, including myself, as I give play-by-play, call out plays. And again, a couple plays we called out this morning, right here to short, right here to go long. Those two in the early morning session were no-brainers. All right, have a wonderful rest of the day, folks. We will talk to you soon and hope to see you on board the Research Center. Take care.